Hey, Vortex. So I was thinking about how, like, everything is this weird, like, parallel, you know? Like, there's a lot of stuff going on right now that's really messed up, but at the same time, if you notice it, you know, there are a lot of people that are, like, waking up to the bullshit, and there are people that are realizing the truth, and there are people that are seeking God and understanding that their purpose in this world is probably not to just stare at a phone all the time. So, you know, there are those people out there that exist, but the internet makes it seem like, well, basically, like, everything's really exaggerated, you know? That's why it's like, it seems like it's just happening over and over and over again. Like, whatever, like, political event is occurring, or, like, natural disaster, okay? Whenever that shit happens, it seems like it's just happening on repeat until it's something else that gets repeated. But yeah, so keep in mind that while the internet exists and there are all these internet people obsessing about internet stuff, and I understand that everything is like through the internet, for the internet, by the internet. That's not satanic, but yeah, when everything revolves around one thing, that's not an idol, not at all. But yeah, so I get that, like, it just seems like impossible to escape it. Well, the thing is, though, it's like there are plenty of people that, like, legit want to engage. And, you know, I'm seeing that, you know, when I watch stand-up. It seems like, you know, there are people in the audience that, like, want to pay attention. So, I mean, yeah, there are people on their phones. There are always going to be people on their phones because, you know, they haven't adopted this whole, like, no phone policy. They need to do that, but since, like, so many people pay with their phones, that's kind of out of the question now. But, you know, maybe there will be this, like underground kind of thing, even if that seems impossible with technology. Fuck that. All things are possible with God. You just gotta believe in it. And, you know, this shit's worth going to jail for, too, you know? Like, if you're passionate about something, it's worth going to jail for. If you're not willing to go to jail, you should just kill yourself. Because you're not a passionate person. You're a lukewarm. Lukewarm. You're lukewarm. Lukewarm piece of shit. Don't give a fuck about anything. You just want to survive, you know? Well, you're not going to, and you're going to burn in hell, so there's no point in that stupid-ass attitude of yours. You might as well just get on out of here. Okay? I don't know what that sound effect was for, but that was the sound effect of suicide. I'm really digging this toothschtick, right? That's pretty good. The toothpick, the pillow. I don't know what else you could have up there. But I think it's a lot better without the keyboard. It really is. It's always good when people remember your jokes, you know? And Bellybutton talked about me during his set. And when he talked about me, I knew that he was talking about me because he said, I had another comic tell me that I look more and more white, like, every time they see me. Yes, because he wears all these fucking, you know, white boy sweaters. Like, You know those sweaters that, like, a lot of these, like, dudes that, like, smoke weed and, like, hang out in a head shop, you know? Like, those dudes, like, with the long hair and, you know, like, dreadlocks or whatever. You don't have to have dreadlocks, but, you know, those dudes, those hippied out dudes. I mean, he smokes a lot of weed, so that makes sense why he would start dressing like, you know, some white hippie. But hold on. I'm happy that I can say things to other comics that they reference in their sets, and those things always get a laugh. So obviously I'm a pretty funny person if multiple comics use me in their sets and the material always works. Okay. But anyway, what was I talking about in relation to the internet? So yeah, there are people that are like out and about and like actually engaging, and yeah, so many of them are on their phones and it's so annoying. But there are those people that like really get it, like they understand. I know that I resonate with people, like even cyborgs, even leftists, even feminists, you know, I still like resonate with so many people. So I know that my message is like universal or whatever, but it's like, how I reach out to people on TikTok. How do I do that? Because I feel like it's just a completely different world. Like, TikTok world is like, it just seems like a completely different universe, you know? Like, I don't know how to navigate the internet because it's Satan's lair. So, like, I just don't, it's like, for the most part, I don't want anything to do with it. But I do YouTube because I know that there are a lot of things that need to be said and nobody else is saying them. Like, there's nobody talking about all this stuff from either a psychological angle or a technical angle. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, but it's like they're not talking about it enough. Well, shit. What that means is you need to shut the fuck up. Take that as a cue, damn it. I know. It's terrible. Oh shit, somebody's coming. Hope they don't kill me. I always think that. Oh, this light went out. That's what happened. Did it? I don't know what happened. Okay. But anyway, yeah, but I just know a lot about personality disorders, and I know a lot about, you know, lies and bullshit, okay? Because I just, you know, I have a strong background in addiction studies, okay? My own addiction studies and just studying Americans. I've really understood addiction, and I think I understand what the problems are in this country. And I feel like a lot of these problems have been talked about by other people, but yeah, they're not talking about like the psychological impact of all this stuff that we're doing. This materialistic lifestyle that so many people have in this country, you know, it's very hedonistic, and it doesn't leave much room, if any room, for God. And so, you know, I find it interesting, though, that I started doing stand-up and I started doing YouTube, like, wanting to talk about mental illness. I got distracted with politics, ended up religious, and now I'm right back to mental illness. So, kind of figures. But, we'll figure it out. Honestly. Gonna figure out this camcorder, too.